There is a reason you are here right now. You've been looking for a sign or something more in a sea of digital noise. What if I told you that this video found you instead of the other way around? Is it possible that the quantum field has been weaving this very moment, this link between your awareness and my voice, for longer than you can think of? Most of us think that luck has nothing to do with timing. We believe that big chances, big breakthroughs, and moments that change your life happen by chance. Our world could be changed by the wisdom that we scroll right past, because we don't see the invisible intelligence that guides synchronicity. But here's the secret that not many people know. The universe is not based on luck, it is based on quantum timing. And there are certain energetic signs that let you know when you are about to enter a new reality. Some types of information start to find you. There are frequencies that start to match up with yours. The fact that this video is showing up for you right now is not a coincidence. It's proof. You can subscribe to this channel before we go any further. You can think of it as tuning your energy to this frequency of breakthrough. When you subscribe, you let the universe know that you are ready to keep getting information that helps you grow at the fastest rate possible. Share this message with someone right away if you feel called to do so. When you share, you're doing something quantum that boosts the energy for everyone. You awaken other souls who are also ready for this shift, and they are connected to you. Let me show you what's really going on in the background of your daily life, and why understanding quantum timing will change the way you see the world. Your teachers have taught you that the only way to achieve success, change, and big breakthroughs is to work harder and struggle more all the time. Almost everything in our modern world is based on the idea that you have to follow your dreams in a straight line, achieving each goal as you go until you reach the end. On the other hand, quantum physics tells us a very different truth about how reality is made. Particles don't move from point A to point B in a straight line when they are quantum. They are in a state called superposition, which means they have more than one possibility at the same time, until they are seen. Their collapse into a single reality is brought about by the act of observation. Your breakthrough is already here. In this very moment, it's a living possibility in the quantum field of all possible outcomes. The person you are trying to become, the person you have already become, and the person you have already healed all exist at the same time as the person watching this video. It's not really a question of whether you can get what you want. The question is whether or not you can align your consciousness with that of the person who has already reached that goal. Press the like button if you're ready to try this alignment. This action shouldn't be seen as a click, but as a strong yes. You are telling the quantum field that you want to align with the frequency of your highest potential when you like this video. Now, this is where quantum timing is very important. Because of this, your consciousness is not separate from the huge amount of information around you. Your reading or watching videos isn't just something you do for no reason. As long as your consciousness is in touch with the quantum field, the field will always reflect back to you what is in perfect harmony with your current vibrational state. But now things really start to get exciting. A breakthrough in the quantum field has been waiting for you, and you are about to move into a new level of reality. At this point, your consciousness starts to tune in to different frequencies of information. Consider your own life. You know how right before a big change in your life you find the perfect books, the most meaningful conversations, or the exact videos that seem to get you ready for it? This is not a good accident. We can see quantum timing at work here. Do you believe this to be true? If so, let me know in the comments by writing, "I am open to receive." Let this be more than just words on a screen. Say that you are no longer blocking the messages and signs that are meant for you. You are telling the universe that your soul, mind, and heart are ready to be led. The field is very smart. To get your consciousness ready for the change that is coming, it knows exactly what information you need to receive and at exactly the right time. It means you are in a pre-breakthrough state right now, that you are here reading these words. Your consciousness is already starting to match the frequency of your next level, and the field is giving you the information you need to finish the process. But most people don't notice this lovely set of music. They think of information as fun, not as a way to get ready for work. They skip over the videos, books, and conversations that the quantum field has worked hard to set up for them because they don't live from the understanding that everything is linked. Take a moment to think about this. They don't understand that their own attention is the quantum observer that collapses infinite potential into a single experienced reality. Your attention doesn't just sit there. Your consciousness is not just watching what you see. You are engaging in quantum selection just by selecting to watch this video. It sends waves through the field and starts to rearrange things in the world around the frequency you choose. Please show your support by liking this video. Coherence is shown by the heart icon. Pressing it into your body permanently attaches this deep truth to your energy field, awakening the observer inside you that willfully shapes and creates reality. This is the reason why spiritual traditions from long ago have always talked about the power of paying attention, being mindful, and being present. It was clear to them that consciousness is more than just a way to receive information. This changes everything about how you try to make your breakthrough. For those who understand quantum timing, things start to flow when they stop being forced. You stop trying to find your dreams and start getting them. You stop trying to make opportunities from scratch and start realizing that smart people in the field are already making opportunities for you. Your breakthrough will happen on its own, without you having to fight for it. It's already trying to come out of you. While consciousness grows, the quantum field is always organizing reality to help it grow. Every person you meet, piece of information you get, and event that happens in your life is part of a plan that is infinitely smart and meant to help you grow. You need to learn how to read the signs, though. You need to train your senses to know when the field is getting you ready for a big step forward. Quantum resonance is the strongest signal. It's how you feel when you keep seeing the same things, or when you notice patterns and coincidences that don't seem random. You are experiencing quantum resonance if this video showed up for you today, or if these words are hitting you deep down and making you feel like you know them. The field is showing you a reflection of the frequency of the breakthrough you are about to make. But you have to do something for quantum resonance to work. It tells you to stop scrolling and start getting things. It wants you to know that this is a holy meeting between your consciousness and the intelligence of the universe, not just something fun to do. Hold on to that. Take a deep breath in. Feel the change from just watching to actually receiving. Everything changes when you look at information from this holy place. Not only are you reading content, but you are also having a quantum conversation with the field of infinite intelligence. And this talk has been getting you ready for what's going to happen in your life. I'll share with you the 3 quantum signatures that show up when you're in a pre-breakthrough state, when everything is set up for your next big expansion. Information magnetism was the first quantum signature. You start to get the exact information you need without even trying to find it. It's like books just fall off the shelves and land in your hands. The right videos show up in your feed. You have conversations that give you just the right amount of information. It's not luck. As you start to align your consciousness with the frequency of your breakthrough, The field is sending you information that is a perfect match. If this information magnetism has happened to you, press like to make that signal stronger. In this way, you are telling the universe that you are aware of its messages. It makes your consciousness's magnetic pull stronger, bringing even more helpful wisdom and direction into your life. Pattern recognition is the second quantum signature. You begin to see links between things that didn't seem to have anything to do with each other before. You understand that the conversation you had 3 days ago is linked to the book you finished last week, which is linked to your dream last night, which is linked to the video you are watching now. These are not just random events. They are coherence patterns that show how reality is changing to fit the speed at which you are growing. Embodied knowing is the third quantum sign. Before you see any proof of your breakthrough in the outside world, you start to feel it in your body. You feel like the person you are becoming before you are fully that person. Before you take the first step, you can feel the energy of the next level. This knowing that you are a part of your body is your consciousness moving into the quantum state of your breakthrough. Do not watch this video by accident if you are feeling any of these quantum signatures. You are here because the field has been getting you ready, and this message is a very important part of that getting ready. Take some time to think. How many of these quantum signatures have you seen in your own life? In the comments, tell us what kinds of patterns you've been seeing in people getting ready. Seeing how other people's experiences are similar to our own can help us fully understand the complex planning that's been going on behind the scenes. This is where most people, though, unintentionally stop themselves from making progress. They are able to see the quantum signatures. The resonance is felt by them. The information is sent to them. After that, they just scroll down. They treat what is holy like it's nothing special. They let the beautiful preparation that the universe has set up for them fade away in the noise of endless distractions. Don't do that, please. Not right now. Not now that you're so close. When the quantum field sends you information that matches the frequency of your breakthrough, you need to integrate it. Not just take it in. It needs to become a part of your cellular reality, not just something you know in your head. And integration happens when you choose to do something, when you take action on purpose, when you say yes to the frequency that is trying to come through you. Just think about the answer to this question for a moment. I want you to feel it. What big change have you been trying to make in your life? What kind of growth has been calling your name? When do you feel like the next level of yourself is ready to be stepped into, but you haven't yet? Feel that. Take a deep breath in that. Let that breakthrough's frequency be picked up by your consciousness. Because you're here because of that frequency. That frequency is what brought this video to your attention. The quantum field has been getting you ready to take on that frequency. The phase of getting ready is over. The information has been sent. There has been a sense of resonance. Now it's just up to you to choose to align with what is already trying to come out. That being said, you can't just align yourself in your mind. You give it your whole self when you do it. To do this, you need to align your energy with the frequency of your breakthrough. When your emotions, thoughts, and actions are all vibrating at the same frequency, you are said to be energetically coherent. It happens when you don't have any inner conflict, mixed signals, or parts of you that are pulling in different directions. Because they are energetically inconsistent, most people never really have a breakthrough. A part of them really wants things to change, but another part is scared of it. Some of them are sure of their vision, but others have a lot of doubts. Part of them acts in a way that is in line with what they know, but another part of them blocks that action with old, unconscious patterns. Coherence has an effect on the quantum field. When your whole being is in sync with the frequency of your breakthrough, reality changes to fit that harmony. Let's say this together, if you're ready to stop fighting with yourself and step into your power. My entire being is aligned. Feel your thoughts, feelings, and spirit all coming together in harmony as you type these words. They should all be pointing in the same direction. This is how often miracles happen. But you don't just get coherence once and for all. Every moment, every choice, and every breath is a chance to choose coherence. You can choose coherence right now. There is a chance that this information will become a part of your cells instead of just going through your mind. Take a moment to leave a comment below that says, "I am ready to receive my breakthrough." Don't just type it in for no reason. When you type it, you are sending an energetic message to the quantum field that you want to align with the frequency that is ready to come through you. Feel the difference between typing those words and stating them as a deliberate break in the never-ending stream of distractions. Show the field that you are not just taking in information, you are also taking part in your own transformation. Intention has an effect on the quantum field. It reacts to choices that are made. Feelings and words that come from deep inside you, not just the top of your mind, bring it power. Everything starts to change when you make that statement, when you let the field know that you are ready to receive what has been waiting to come out. Your observable reality begins to collapse the opportunities that have been held in quantum potential. This is not thinking like a magician. This is quantum mechanics used to explain consciousness. In this case, the observer and the thing being observed are seen as one, that your reality and your consciousness are one and the same. That what you feel inside and what you see outside are two sides of the same coin. You can change the frequency of what you experience by changing the frequency of your consciousness. Your breakthrough will come to you when you align with its energy. But understanding the idea isn't enough to be aligned. Alignment needs embodiment. You have to become the frequency you want to experience instead of waiting for the experience to change your frequency. This is where most people go wrong. They believe that the outside world needs to change before they can feel different. First, they think they need to be successful before they can feel ready. They think there needs to be a breakthrough before they will believe it's possible. QED, on the other hand, works the other way around. The external experience comes from the internal state. The reality you experience is the frequency you carry. You live in a consciousness that is your world. Your breakthrough won't happen when things are better. Your breakthrough is just waiting for you to match up energetically with the self that has already made it happen. This version of you is not something that might happen in the far future. That version of you is in the quantum field, which is the space of infinite possibilities, right now. The big step forward you want has already happened. The only question is, can you really feel that right now? Can you feel the frequency of the self that has already won, succeeded, and become the person you were meant to be? Close your eyes for a short time. Slowly and deeply breathe in. Let your awareness grow beyond the limits of what you're going through right now. Feel into the quantum field, which has an infinite number of options. There is a part of you that has already made the breakthrough you've been praying for in that field. Getting into that one. What does that past self know that the present self does not yet know? How do you move through the world in that form? What kind of frequency does that version of you have? Don't think about what to do. Feel them. Let your consciousness tune in to the frequency of that new reality. This is more than just visualizing. You're not just making this up. Quantum attunement is what it is. This is the start of your consciousness moving into the frequency of something that already exists in the field of infinite potential. Something starts to change in your cells as you tune in to that frequency and feel the truth of your breakthrough. Your nervous system starts to change its structure so that it works with the frequency of expansion instead of contraction. Your energy starts to line up with possibility instead of limitation. Click the like button slowly to make this new energetic alignment permanent in your being. This is a deliberate way to bring the high frequency you just reached back down to earth. You are making the feeling of possibility your new default state by storing it in your cells. The quantum level of getting ready feels like this. It's not about getting more information or strategies. It's about aligning your whole being with the frequency of the reality you want to live. And when you're in that frequency, when the energy of your breakthrough is flowing through your whole being, the outside world starts to reflect that back to you. Opportunities, connections, and resources come your way, not because you are making them happen, but because your energy is in sync with the frequency at which they show up. This is an example of quantum timing. In this way, a real breakthrough takes place. You can get where you want to go without going in a straight line. Instead, you can align your quantum field with the frequency of where you want to be. What I've shared with you today about quantum timing and coherence is only the tip of the iceberg of what's really going on. If these ideas feel like they're connecting with you on a deep level and something inside you is awakening, then you might be ready for the whole system of frequency mastery I've created. I talk about all 9 master frequencies that create reality in my book, Beyond the Frequencies, a quantum guide to consciousness mastery. I show you how to go from being an unconscious transmitter to becoming the broadcast itself. The link is in the comment below that has been pinned. I want to talk more about what this quantum alignment feels like in your everyday life, though, because it's not enough to know how things work. You need to be aware of the small signs that the field is changing reality to fit your breakthrough. People often miss these signs because they are looking for something big. They are waiting for a loud announcement to mark a breakthrough. They think transformation should be sudden, clear, and hard to miss, like a cinematic scene. What I call whisper shifts are the changes that happen in quantum reality. They are so small, natural, and well woven into your life that it's almost like they were always there. Try to picture a quantum particle. When it changes from one state to another, it doesn't say anything. 1 second it's in superposition, and the next it's collapsed into a certain reality. The change happens right away, but the effects spread out and become clearer over time. This is how your breakthrough works too. The quantum shift could happen in a quiet moment. It could be a change in how your body feels, a new way of being present in your day, or a change in the way you talk to yourself. But these changes inside you start to have effects on the outside world, making the changes you see more and more clear. What makes so many people doubt their breakthrough at the same time? The change is felt inside, but the outside world hasn't caught up yet, so they wonder if something real is happening. But here's what you need to know about quantum timing. The breakthrough is the internal shift. The changes in the outside world are just the inevitable echo of that quantum leap inside. You have already succeeded when you align with the frequency of your breakthrough, and your chosen reality become energetically in sync with you. All that's left is for the quantum field to catch up to your consciousness. But you have to change the way you measure progress for this to work. Instead of looking for proof, that your breakthrough is happening in other people. You need to learn how to recognize the changes in your own frequency that happen when your consciousness aligns with new possibilities. In order for you to recognize them in your own life, I'll share with you the 5 quantum frequency shifts that happen when you're about to make a breakthrough. Reality fluidity is what I call the first quantum frequency shift. You start to notice that reality doesn't feel as solid or stable as it used to. Things that seemed impossible at first start to feel possible. Things that used to feel like permanent limits start to feel like temporary ones. You become more aware of what you have access to in ways that are both exciting and strange. This is not just wishful thinking. Your consciousness is starting to understand the real quantum nature of things. You can now see past the illusion of fixed circumstances and into the field of infinite possibility that all things are based on. The second change in quantum frequency is called synchronicity acceleration. Not only do the meaningful coincidences in your life happen more often, they become clearer, more precise, and more directly linked to your thoughts and plans. When you think of an old friend, they text you. You look at your screen and see the information you need. Because you want an experience, chances to have it start to show up all around you. The universe isn't just doing what you want it to do. Your consciousness is becoming more in sync with the intelligent field that is always organizing reality. You become more aware of the synchronistic web that was always there, but you couldn't see before as you align with your breakthrough frequency. As you might guess, intuitive amplification is the third quantum frequency shift. Your inner guidance gets stronger, clearer, and straighter. Some things you know without being aware of how you know them. Your deepest convictions push you towards certain choices, people, and chances, even if they don't make sense. It's not about losing your sense of logic. It's about your consciousness becoming able to connect directly with the quantum field of information. Your intuition turns into a quantum sensor that picks up on possibilities that your logical mind hasn't even thought of yet. Emotional coherence is the name of the fourth quantum frequency shift. The problems inside you that were hurting you start to go away. Your consciousness is no longer at war with itself. Not because the outside world has changed. You feel like all the parts of your experience fit together better and make you feel more at peace. Because the quantum field responds to coherence, this emotional coherence is very important for a breakthrough. When you are split up inside, you send the field mixed signals. But when your whole being is in sync, the field responds with a lot of support and clarity. The fifth shift in quantum frequency is called effortless action. Stop feeling like hard work when you do the things you need to do to make your breakthrough happen. Instead, they feel normal, clear, and bound to happen. Taking steps toward your goals doesn't feel like something you have to do. It feels like something that fits with who you are becoming. It's possible that this easy action is the clearest sign that you are working with quantum timing instead of linear forcing. The right steps show up when you're in tune with the frequency of your breakthrough. Taking them feels like floating down a river instead of swimming against the current. Do something right now to get into this state of effortless flow, like this video. Think of it as a quantum trigger. By doing this simple thing, your conscious mind tells your subconscious energy to let go of resistance and follow the path of effortless action. Tell someone in your life who has been struggling and pushing that you understand. When you share these quantum principles with someone, you're not only helping them, you're also strengthening your own connection to these frequencies and sending waves through the collective field that can speed up change for everyone. It is a form of quantum service to share with awareness. These 5 frequency shifts often happen at the same time, setting off what I call a quantum cascade, a chain of changes inside you that quickly align you with your breakthrough reality. But the most important thing to know is that you have to consciously take part in these changes. Things like that don't just happen to you. Things like that come out of you when you choose alignment over resistance, presence over distraction, and trust over control over and over again. This brings us to one of the most important truths about quantum timing. You have to be okay with not knowing what will happen. Not the fear of not knowing if your breakthrough will happen or not, but the fear of not knowing how it will happen. People who think in a linear way need a full roadmap. It wants to know all the steps, guess all the problems, and be in charge of everything that happens. A quantum breakthrough, on the other hand, doesn't happen in a straight line. It comes from what seems like chaos, but is really a deeper order that your mind can't explain. This is why a lot of people run away just before they make a big step forward. At some point, they can feel something changing and think that a big change is about to happen. But since they can't see how it will happen, they fall back on the old patterns of force and control. Do not do that. Feel the quantum frequency shifts speeding up in your life when you feel like reality is becoming less solid around you. Lean into the unknown. Trust the smarts that have helped you get this far. Instead of trying to control when the breakthrough comes, let it come through you. This trust isn't just blind faith. You have quantum faith if you know that consciousness and reality are one, that the field of infinite intelligence is always organizing reality to help you grow, and that when you align with its frequency, you will not only be able to make a breakthrough, you will. And every moment you can choose to be aligned. You become more in sync with the quantum field every time you choose to be present instead of distracted, to trust instead of control, and to embody the frequency of your breakthrough instead of the frequency of struggle. This is actively making things together with the intelligence of reality. It's not true that you are a passive victim of your situation. You are aware of being a part of the quantum field, and the possibilities that collapse into your experience reality depend on the choices you make. However, most people are not ready for the responsibility that comes with taking part. If you know that your consciousness makes your reality and that your internal state determines your external experience, then you can't put the blame for your problems on outside forces. This has nothing to do with judging yourself based on the past. Today, you should be aware of your power to pick a different frequency from now on. It's important to know that the breakthrough you've been looking for is part of you. It shows what kind of person you are when you're in line with your highest potential. You are not building a future version of yourself to become the person you are at your best. On top of all the layers of conditioning and limits, it is the deepest truth of who you are right now. It's not about adding something new to yourself. It's about getting rid of the things that were stopping you from showing off the beauty you already have. What I've shared with you today about quantum timing and coherence is only the beginning of what's really happening. Feeling like these ideas are really hitting home with you and waking up something inside you? Then you might be ready for the whole system of frequency mastery I've made. Beyond the frequencies. A Quantum Guide to Consciousness Mastery is the title of my book, where I talk about all 9 master frequencies that make reality happen. From being an unconscious sender, I show you how to become the broadcast itself. The link is in the pinned comment below. But I'd like to talk more about how this quantum alignment makes you feel in real life. Because understanding how things work is not enough. When the field changes reality to fit your breakthrough, you need to be aware of the little signs. In search of something bigger, people often miss these signs. They are waiting for a loud announcement that will mean they have made progress. They believe that change should happen quickly, clearly, and be hard to miss, like in a movie scene. The changes that take place in quantum reality are what I call whisper shifts. There are so few of them, and they fit in so well with your life that it seems like they have always been there. You should try to picture a quantum particle. It doesn't say anything when it changes states. It's in superposition 1 second and collapsed into a certain reality the next. The change happens right away, but over time, the effects spread out and become more clear. This is also how your breakthrough works. The quantum shift might happen when no one is around. It could be a shift in how your body feels, how you spend your day, or how you talk to yourself. That being said, the changes you see in the world become more clear as these changes happen inside you. What is it that makes so many people doubt their breakthrough at the same time? The inside knows something is different, but the outside doesn't yet, so they're not sure if it's real. But here is what you need to know about quantum timing. The shift inside is what makes it work. The changes you see in the world are just the voice of that quantum leap inside you. When you align with the frequency of your breakthrough and your chosen reality starts to vibrate in sync with you, you've already done it. The quantum field just needs to catch up to your consciousness. For this to work, though, you need to change how you track progress. Look no further than the changes in your own frequency that happen when your consciousness aligns with new possibilities. Don't look for proof that your breakthrough is happening in other people. I'll share the 5 quantum frequency shifts that occur when you're about to make a breakthrough with you so that you can spot them in your own life. The truth. Let me explain what I mean by first quantum frequency shift. You become aware that the real world doesn't seem as solid or stable as it used to. Things that at first didn't seem possible start to feel like they could happen. Limits that seemed like they would always be there start to feel like they are only there for a short time. In both interesting and strange ways, you become more aware of what you can do. It's not just wishful thinking. Your consciousness is beginning to understand how things really work at the quantum level. Now you can see through the illusion of fixed circumstances to the field of infinite possibilities, which is where everything starts. There is a second change in quantum frequency that is known as synchronicity acceleration. The meaningful coincidences in your life not only happen more often, but they also become clearer, more precise, and more closely connected to your plans and thoughts. They text you when they think of an old friend. You can see what you need to see on your screen. There are chances to have an experience all around you because you want it. The universe doesn't just do what you tell it to do. Your consciousness is connecting with the intelligent field that is always putting things in order. As you align with your breakthrough frequency, you become more aware of the web of coincidences that was always there, but that you couldn't see before. The third quantum frequency shift is, as you might guess, intuitive amplification. Your inner guidance gets stronger, more clear, and more straight. You know some things without being aware of how you know them. If you really believe in something, it will push you toward choices, people, and chances that don't make sense. No, you won't lose your ability to reason. Instead, your consciousness will be able to connect directly with the quantum field of information. Your intuition acts like a quantum sensor, picking up on ideas your logical mind hasn't even considered yet. The fourth quantum frequency shift is called emotional coherence. The things inside you that were making you unhappy start to go away. Because the outside world has changed, your consciousness is no longer at war with itself. You are more at peace because you feel like all the parts of your experience fit together better. Because the quantum field reacts to coherence, it's very important that people feel the same way about things. You send mixed signals to the field when you are split up inside. But when your whole being is in sync, the field helps you and makes things clear. The name for the fifth change in quantum frequency is effortless action. Do not feel like working hard when you do what you need to do to reach your goal. They feel normal, clear, and like they have to happen. It doesn't feel like you have to work toward your goals. It feels like it fits with who you are becoming. These simple steps might be the best way to tell that you are working with quantum timing instead of linear forcing. When you're in tune with the frequency of your breakthrough, the right steps will show up. It's like floating down a river instead of swimming against the flow when you take them. Do something right now, like watching this video, to get into this state of effortless flow. Picture it as a quantum switch. Your conscious mind tells your subconscious energy to let go of resistance and move along the path of easy action when you do this simple thing. Let someone in your life who has been having a hard time know that you understand. It's not only helpful to share these quantum ideas with someone else, it also strengthens your own connection to these frequencies and sends waves through the collective field that can speed up change for everyone. To share this with awareness is a form of quantum service. A lot of the time, these 5 frequency shifts happen at the same time. This starts what I call a quantum cascade, which is a chain of changes inside you that quickly align you with your breakthrough reality. But the most important thing to remember is that you have to choose to make these changes. Things like that don't just happen to you. When you pick alignment over resistance, presence over distraction, and trust over control over and over, you start to say things like that. Here's one of the most important things you need to know about quantum timing. You can't know what will happen. This is the fear that you won't know how your breakthrough will happen, not if it will happen or not. People who think in a straight line need a full map. It wants to know everything that needs to be done, figure out all the issues, and be in charge of everything. But a quantum breakthrough doesn't just happen one way. It comes from something that looks like chaos, but is really a deeper order that your mind can't explain. This is why many people run away just before they do something big. They might feel like something is changing and believe that a big change is coming. But because they don't know how it will happen, they use force and control like they always have. Don't do that. In times when you feel like reality is losing its hold on you, the quantum frequency shifts will speed up. Fear not what you don't know. Believe in the smarts that got you this far. Do not try to decide when the breakthrough will happen. Instead, let it happen. This trust isn't just faith without evidence. Know that consciousness and reality are one. That the field of infinite intelligence is always organizing reality to help you grow. And that when you align with its frequency, you will not only be able to make a breakthrough, you will. This is quantum faith. You can choose to be aligned at any time. When you choose to be present instead of distracted, to trust instead of control, and to embody the frequency of your breakthrough instead of the frequency of your struggle, you become more in tune with the quantum field. Together with the intelligence of reality, this is making things happen. You are not a passive victim of your situation. The possibilities that collapse into your experience reality depend on the decisions you make. You are aware that you are a part of the quantum field, but most people aren't ready for the duty that comes with joining. You can't blame outside forces for your problems if you know that your consciousness creates reality and that your internal state determines what you experience in the outside world. Being hard on yourself because of the past has nothing to do with this. From now on, you should know that you can choose a different frequency. You should know that the breakthrough you've been looking for is already inside you. The way you act when you're at your best shows what kind of person you are. You're not making a copy of yourself in order to become the best version of yourself. On top of all the conditioning and limits, it's the most honest thing about who you are right now. It's not about getting more beautiful. It's about getting rid of the things that were hiding your natural beauty. As we get closer to the end of this quantum talk, I'd like to give you a quick exercise that will help you stay in tune with this frequency. Anytime you feel like you're getting stuck in old habits like multitasking, forcing, or struggling today, take a moment to ask yourself, what would the breakthrough version of myself do in this moment? Do not think about the answer. Feel it. Tune your consciousness to that version of yourself's frequency and let that frequency direct your next decision. It's not about being perfect. It means choosing over and over to align with the best possibility at any given time. As you align yourself in this way and choose the frequency of breakthrough over the frequency of struggle, you will see that reality changes. Opportunities will show up. The resources will line up. You will make connections that help you grow faster. The reason is not that you are changing reality, but that you are in tune with the quantum field's natural intelligence. You are being asked to enter quantum timing, to believe in the intelligence that sent you this video, and to become the frequency of your breakthrough instead of just waiting for it to happen. Take one last moment to ground this change before you leave. Leave one word in the comments that describes the energy you want to carry with you as you move forward. Just one word that tells the quantum field what kind of energy you are. Let this be your statement, your signal, and your choice to get in line with your breakthrough. Since this is only the start, the breakthrough that's about to happen through you needs you to keep stepping into it, staying aligned, and choosing to put the sacred ahead of the everyday. You had a reason for coming here. There's a reason this video found you. There is a reason why these words have entered your consciousness. That reason is what makes you different. That reason is your growth. That reason is the part of you that is ready to come out. Don't move your eyes away from what the quantum field has set up just for you. Don't take for granted what the universe has set up as holy. This is your big break. Now is the time for you. Your consciousness is all set. Now the only question is, are you ready to receive it? The quantum field wants to hear from you, not in what you say, but in how you live. Not in your mind, but in who you are. Right now, not tomorrow. Now is your chance. This is the time for you. Because you chose to be in tune with its frequency, this is the start of your breakthrough. When you change the way you see things, everything changes. When you start to be different, everything changes. You've already started. You are known to the quantum field. The frequency knows who you are. Through your continued alignment with its truth, the breakthrough you've been waiting for is about to collapse into your reality. That's it. The recognizing, the aligning, and the coming together of all the signs. The breakthrough is no longer a far-off dream. It's happening right now. Get it now. Say this strong truth out loud in the comments. My breakthrough is here, and I receive it now. You should type it on purpose. In your heart, feel it. You're not just hoping for it. You're making it feel welcome. You've arrived at quantum timing. Thanks for coming to the frequency of breakthrough. Now you know that everything you've been looking for has been looking for you. The best possible ending for your story is just starting to come together. That lineup starts right now. To stay connected to this energy, subscribe if you haven't already. Your subscription is a promise to yourself that you will keep getting the frequencies that will help, nourish, and guide the amazing breakthrough that is happening in your life right now. There is one more thing you need to know about this time, though. When the right information comes to you at the right time, this kind of synchronicity is often a sign that you are getting close to what I call the observer loop. This is when you stop letting reality define you unconsciously and start shaping reality in new ways. In my next message, I'll talk about how breaking free from this unconscious pattern causes instant changes that most people never notice. I'll also talk about how, as soon as you understand this, everything in your life will start to change around your conscious choice instead of your unconscious patterns.